Hey, I wanted to take you on a tour of our shed. So, whilst things are about to start, we're kind of busy preparing now the space to actually start the building work. I wanted to actually take you on a little tour of our shed and how we've actually managed to just transform it from kind of this dark, cold space that it now allows us to kind of live here comfortably as a family, because whilst we have got planning, it's taken us a year and a half to actually get that planning. So we lived in this shed. And before you think, is it really a shed? Let me show you a little bit about the history of this place and what this little shed once was. So here is the original shed. And excuse the grainy images from the photo album, but this is, as you can see, like a single shed, just one small shed that started here. And on this plot, along with the single shed, was polytunnels, several. They had loads of fruit and vegetable growing. Polytunnel just full of flowers. There was the orchard that had all the apple trees, and so much of this was produce that they sold locally to local markets, I think maybe to restaurants and things. And then there was the beehives, which is on our radar to hopefully have our own beehives as well eventually. You can see chickens that were on the land. And from here, you can actually see a bird's eye view of the woodland, and we're just kind of amongst that little woodland there. There it is again, the actual shed. And today you can actually see the original shed part of the house is actually where we're now living in the lounge. And adjoined to the lounge area now, you can see the original kind of timber building, which was a stable. You can see here actually it's still got a label on the Timber Builders Harlow, and that's still visible within the house. Lucky enough to see this album of photos, but yeah, all of the beautiful flowers, sunflowers growing everywhere. It's amazing. This is an old postcard dating back to the 80s, and you can says here, like, here we are in our field and there's our shed in the bottom of that field, so amongst all of the woodland of the downs. It really was a special place. Previous owners, who we were lucky enough to meet recently, the daughter and the granddaughter, and despite them actually living further down the lane in a bigger house, they wanted to spend their life here on this plot, living in a converted shed. So there really is something special about this plot of land. So come with me and I'll take you on a little tour inside. Go inside, and here we have the original stable, the original shed, which is now our lounge area. So we've simply brightened up the space, and some hacks that we've done along the way, which just doesn't cost the earth, because we just didn't want to spend much money on this place as it's eventually going to be knocked down. But covering the green carpets with rugs to give it another also bit of warmth as well. The conservatory we've brightened up with our sheepskins and light tonal fabrics and the light tables and chairs. The kitchen we tried to keep, but it turned out that when you touched a few things, they would just crumble and fall apart. So we did have to put in like a basic sort of Howden's new top and a few units just to kind of make it sufficient for us to live in. And then as you come through to the main bedroom, which was originally just a dining room, we didn't have enough rug to cover this green carpet, unfortunately, but it works sufficiently as a bedroom. There were
At least it's a bright room anyway. The kids' rooms, we gave them freedom to draw on the walls. We were like, come on, it's going to be your space, so just do what you want with it. Just draw on the walls, that's fine. Just don't draw anywhere else. Came to find our son a few root pictures on his carpet, so that was great to find. And then, yeah, our little girls' room originally didn't have a window in it, so it was a really kind of dark, musty, stinky room. So we had to put a window in, freshen it up for her. Again, just putting in light tones, brightening up with a splash of paint, and it's really made a big difference. New lights. As we went into the garden area, the decking, which to be honest is still a bit of a health hazard, it's rotting away in certain places. But again, we've added some rugs, some furniture, started to grow some sunflowers out there last summer, and this year we're going to have loads more stuff growing outside. So
Here is the original outdoor toilet. And actually, when we took it on, it looked far worse than that. But now we've made a little transformation, at least.
Ta-da! We have a floor screeded, painted walls, new toilet seat. Not too bad for a shabby outdoor toilet.
So there you have a little backstory of our shed. We'd like to share with you a bit about our planning journey next. So stay tuned and please like and subscribe and join us on this journey. Thank you.